Ready?
I didn't dare jinx that. Ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All set with attendance? I'd entertain a motion to accept the March 9th, 2023 school board meeting minutes. Motion by Elaine, second by Jody. Any errors, omissions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Elaine? Yes. Pat?
Yes.
Tina?
Yes.
Andrew?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Holly? Yes.
Yes. So moved. Everybody get a chance to vote? Good. Entertain a motion to accept the March 16th, 2023 school board meeting minutes. Motion by Pat. Do we have a second? Tina? Any errors or omissions here? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Andrew?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Holly? Yes. Tina?
Nope,
Yes.
there she is. Yes.
Me. It's okay. Yes.
Lena's here, Ava's here.
Yes,
Yes.
I did.
Is this at which meeting?
March 16th.
Last week.
Yes.
All set? And that's at the end of the year, right? Eric's. And I'd entertain a motion to accept the resignation from Eric Jewett, math teacher at Spruce Mountain High School, effective the end of this year with deep regret. Motion by Elaine. Do we have a second? Tina? Any comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Yes.
Elaine?
Yes.
Holly?
Yes.
Pat?
Yes.
Ava?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Andrew?
Yes.
Tina?
Yes.
Yes, so moved. Any public comments? Board comments? Holly?
I just want to mention that last week, Pendra Macon, Janet Mills Education Commissioner, announced that academic learning is definitely going to take a back seat to all other pieces, which are social emotional learning, gender and race, and DEI. I just find this concerning and feel the focus really needs to be on academics.
Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Pat?
It's been, a couple of years since COVID happened. We have this Title I needs assessment committee that is out of the primary school. There's also one at the elementary school. The primary school needs assessment committee met today, and it was really nice to sit back down with the group of teachers and the parents, and Elaine was also there, and get back into something that was being built up and established before we all had to go home and be remote for COVID. And it was interesting, looking back at the documents that we had worked on then, and of course we didn't know we were going to be going remote at the time. But had we been able to continue that work that was established and going on in that phase, in that time, I think that, you know, it would have been definitely very beneficial for all of the students, but we were also out of school at the time, so it's very hard to have a needs assessment and those types of things when the kids aren't in school now. The kids are back. The needs assessment committees are back in play. The data and things that we even went through the last couple board meetings with assessments and things, all of those things are coming back into play. And the parent involvement component is definitely going to be something that is brought back into, you know, sort of that transparency for folks at home. It'll be a great way for the staff to communicate with the parents and parents to communicate with the staff. And it was really exciting to see that committee had restarted again today, and I look forward to helping out with that. And I just wanted to also say that as a district whole, I appreciate everybody and what they're doing in their jobs, no matter what your job is. And it's not just your one job. It may be that you have secondary and tertiary, you know, committees and duties and such. And so I'm very thankful that we have staff that is putting in that time and effort to get back to the students and putting these committees back together and getting that communication back out on the table. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, superintendent's report.
Good evening. Since our last meeting, I was able to get out and read to 2 third-grade classrooms. I met with the assistant district attorney to discuss a truancy issue. I had a breakfast meeting with Crystal Flagg and J-Town manager Shiloh Lafreniere. I also had a sick bank committee meeting that I had to attend. I met a monthly meeting with Association President Nathan Harden. I also attended the Maine Superintendent's Workshop by Zoom last week. And then I also attended the Empathy for Everyone session during the workshop days, and I went to the middle school session. So I think it was a good start, and there's 2 follow-up sessions for each of the 4 schools for an hour and a half each. So that was an initial 3-hour session, but I think it was a good session for all.
Questions or comments for Scott? Seeing none, administrator reports. You should have, if you haven't, gotten a email for Michael's, so you can read his at your leisure. TJ.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to start off with the enrollment for Spruce Mountain High School, which is 394 at this moment. And this past week, we had our ASVAB test and we had our SAT test. It was well attended, had a lot of kids that joined in. The ASVAB test it's an actual military test. We do it with all of our sophomores, but it's not really a military test. We don't send it to the military. We don't do any of that type of stuff. It's more of a career aspirations test. And the company will come in on April 3rd to review the scores with the students. Gives a different look at where kids could go or what they want to do in their career after high school. Prom is at Booth Bees on May 20th. Prom is there. I will have my junior class come in at our next one to ask permission. It's a tradition that we've done here, but we finally got it locked down that it's that day and that it is with Booth Bees. The 2023 and 24 course signups for the high school is complete. We are working on the 8th graders next, and we're meeting with some of the teachers in the 8th grade to start setting up course signups for them. I do have to go to, and not have to, it's an honor to go to the Maine Principal Association Principals Award recipient, which is this year's Lucas Towers. So we're pretty excited about him getting that. And that is at Jeff's Catering in Brewer, Maine. Never been there? I'm going to try that one out. And the Spruce Mountain High School Honors Banquet for the 90% or better students will be on April 12th, and some of you have already called in. Please, if you want to come and be a part of that honor that night, let Aura Lee or Sally know right in the office. All right? Thank you.
Questions or comments for TJ? Thank you. Chris?
All right. Well, good evening. I'm going to start off with our enrollment as well. We're up to 360. We had an increase of 5 since last time that we've met. We had a Students of the Month and a Phoenix Award Assembly on February 8th. On March 8th for our February students. We had 100% of the parents and guardians attend, which is really, really cool. On March 10th, we had a staff versus students basketball game. Believe it or not, the students won. I was stuck in meetings, so I couldn't play. That's what I told them. Anyways, we would have won. We just finished up our fundraiser, which went really well. Looks like we're going to have about 63 kids that are going to get to go target practice and throw pies at me. And spring sports start on Monday, April 3rd. And we have 21 signed up for both baseball and softball, and 24 signed up for track, which is a very large number for track. And trimester 2 report cards will go home tomorrow, and we have our last dance on March 31st.
Questions or comments? Phoebe?
Are we going to be filming the pie throwing contest or inviting the media to put that for community enrollment, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, we will. We'll invite them in. We're finalizing the date in time to do it right now.
Okay,
All right?
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Pat?
Good evening. So we did our yearly readathon, and I put out to the kids, what do you want to see me dress up as? And of course, they said a plaid leprechaun. Hello, testing. So I was unable to find a plaid leprechaun costume, but I did find a leprechaun costume, which has come in because my daughter called me to say, what in the world did you buy? And I said, it's a leprechaun costume. And she's like, are you wearing that in public? And she's like, oh my, you're so embarrassing. So the reason is because I challenged the kids if they were able to raise more money than they did last year, I would be happy to do that. And they were able to raise $8,125. So I will be a leprechaun. Probably next week sometime. We'll see. I gotta try it on first to make sure. To go with our readathon, we have a bookmark contest. So the class winners are due tomorrow, and then we'll have a vote on the overall winner for the bookmarks. Our outdoor classroom. So we've chosen the style and where we're going to get the outdoor classroom from. Now we're just working on the last quotes for the slab, and hopefully we'll have those up and ready to go for the fall. So we're excited about that. Not nearly as excited as the kids are about, I have to thank Mr. Labonte and Chris for inviting us up to the middle school for the play tomorrow, because it's something we haven't done as like a whole school since before COVID. And the kids are super excited to walk up and be at the middle school and see the play. So we will go up there tomorrow at 9. We'll be there to watch the play. School numbers, last month I believe we were at 302 and we've gone up to 305. That's all I have.
So what day is the leprechaun?
I don't
going
know
to be?
yet. I got to try this thing on and.
Well, but I just want to make sure that the newspaper is there for that one as well.
I'm sure I have her email someplace. I can let her know.
I will be talking to your secretary tomorrow. Any other comments or questions?
What's that? Well, I have to. I'm out on duty. I have no choice but to wear it outside in front of everybody.
Don't try to get out of parent drop off.
No, I have nothing to lose. So, trust me, all the kids are. They're like, I can't wait to make fun of you. And I'm like, I'm going to look good no matter what I'm in, so.
Anyone else? Phoebe?
I will say that several of the middle schoolers also heard that this was happening, and they are also very, very excited about this.
Lovely. Well, I don't think they've ever seen me in anything but plaid, so it's probably shock value alone.
Anyone else? Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, Sherry's out. She did email her report, so make sure you have a look at that. I really don't have anything. I could talk for an hour if you want me to, but Elaine's shaking her head vociferously, so. You have your co-curriculars, retirements, resignations. Okay, April 6th is our budget validation meeting at Spruce Mountain High School at the cafeteria, 6 p.m. Definitely be there for that one, because remember, we can vote on that if you're 18. April 13th, we have a regular board meeting at the high school. We have April vacation coming up. April 25th, the budget validation vote in each individual town. Again, make sure you get out and vote, and get your friends to get out and vote. And then April 27th, we have our regular board meeting and a finance committee meeting. On April 11th, we have a policy committee meeting. I think that's it. I'd entertain a motion. Whoop.
Just remember that at that April 6th meeting, you guys are gonna have a lot more documents to sign.
Right. Yeah. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Lena and Pat, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes.